So if you follow the servicing, this is the realistic TRC1001. I think this one's 1983, but they are originally from 1981. Not ideal to put in the picture like this. It's a bit the wrong way on. If we'd have had an extension speaker microphone with it, it's not a speaker mic, it's just a microphone, we then would have used that. It's been chuntering all day on channel 19. So we'll now chip it. We'll now turn it on to Mega Chippie channel. So the display comes on as you turn the channel selector switch, or when you press the the black button in the centre of the push to talk bar. So we'll see whether Mr. Chippie is out there. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, do you copy?
Tango 12, receiving you loud and clear.
Roger. I think we'll also, like we have been doing recently, we'll go over to extension speaker, and I can plug that in a moment. I'll just wait for his next over.
Alright, coming up to the end of the lane.
Roger, got you at the end of the lane. Right, we'll plug the extension speaker in. Just see, so you can see what it's capable of.
Right, we're now passing Ancaster service station.
Roger, got you at Ancaster service station. Is surprise today?
Yep, 173.9 and 180, forget. That's kind of coming fast. 185.9, oh, that sounds a bit low.
Well, I'm going to be asking you to stop there on the way back, so you'll be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right, we're now going through Ancaster Crossroads.
Roger, got you going through Ancaster Crossroads. So we'll go back to the internal speaker now, to be fair. So, one of the complaints on this is its low range on transmit. But there's no reason for that, but there are. The antenna was incorrectly put into the set, so the spacer was in the wrong position, and the grommet was not in place. So there's a possibility that it was shorting to chassis. So I'm going to have Mr. Chippie pull up on the way back at the petrol station, which is 2/3 of a mile away, half or 3/4 of a mile, something like that. And I'm going to pull up the telescopic aerial.
Passing the top of the hill, go down towards Wilson. Over.
Roger, got you at the top of the hill. Then we'll see whether we can get him to copy us on the telescopic aerial from that kind of position, because I would expect him to be able to do that, you know, 3/4 of a mile from this building. I would expect him to do that. We'll see. Roger, got you going around Scratchy Corner at Wilsford. I'm on a realistic TRC1001 hand portable, and it's plugged into the external aerial and it's doing 3.5 watts over.
Yep, roger that, all received.
Roger, and I'm on the internal microphone.
So.
Well, that was alright, going around Scratchy Corner.
Level crossing. Over.
Roger, got you going over Wilsford level crossing.
Roger. Right, we're now passing the Kelby turn. Over.
Roger, got you at the Kelby turn. That's the 3 mile point. No, that's a 4 mile point. What am I saying? That's the 4 mile point. Next it's the 5 mile point, which is the worst one because it's surrounded by trees. Roger, you're coming through very well at the Grayleys turn. And he certainly is. Now these radios are crystal filtered as factory standard. So, you know, there aren't many sets in 81 that were crystal filtered. This is one of them. Roger, got you going over Rawsby level crossing. Have you got a petrol price there, Ava?
Yep, 165.7 and 179.9 over.
65.7 and 79.9, I think you said. Excellent. So if you return to the petrol station and give me a call from there, please, Ava.
Yep, roger that, will do.
10-4. So it wasn't particularly sensitive. These are supposed to do better than 1 microvolt for 10 decibels, and we couldn't get better than 1.4 microvolts. But you see, they don't tell you in the service manual how they're reading that, and we've got different modes on the test equipment, and I have it in the most difficult to achieve mode. So the proof of the pudding's in the eating, and that demonstration, it works a lot better than a lot of mobile sets. I'm sure you'll agree. So we did bring it up from 2.3 watts to 3.5, popped it onto frequency, brought the deviation up, and when we're done this next little demonstration, we'll go over to the base station and see what it sounds like. So you can, at the time you could buy the microphone to plug in, which is the realistic 25, hang on, I'll tell you the part number because these are going to come up, but they've often got broken inserts. It's 211172, 21-1172. So it's a nice microphone, and it has a locking 5-pin DIN plug, but by the time somebody's chopped it off we end up having to put a different type on. But I can't demonstrate that because the inserts failed on it. Right, so we're going to start this bit of the recording. I'm still on the roof aerial, making sure you're reading me loud and clear.
I've wound the squelch all the way back so I can hear whatever I can hear.
Roger, right. Now I'm going to take the aerial out and go on to the telescopic.
Roger.
And from the bench is nearly to the ceiling, as you can all well imagine. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, do you copy? Roger, got you there, that's fine. Hang on, just put this in a different position, just go again.
Yeah, I think I'm receiving you better than your hearing me. Over.
Yep, Roger, right, now then, just stay put, and I'm going to try on a modern handheld. So that's fine. I'm inside a building, it's brick and breeze block, there's lots of metal work. That's fine for where he is. So let's try this one I used, Joe Picks one. I don't know how you override the squelch. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, copy. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, copy. No, so he doesn't copy me on the modern one. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie, can you move down to the top of the end of the lane lay-by over? Sorry, got the volume down. Can you go again?
Yeah, Roger, I will do.
Roger, give me a call from there, please. I wouldn't normally do any of this, but it's just that with the customer saying it was low range on its own aerial or whatever. Well, we're just making sure that it isn't. And remember, you don't use one of these in your house. You know, if you're in your house, you use one with a roof area, don't you? This is for walking around in. With you know, you can't expect to get more than that. We're getting like 3/4 of a mile there, and that's all you're going to be expecting on a 4-watt handheld to somebody who's 3/4 of a mile away.
Tango 21, Mr. Chippie. Chippie, just on the lane.
Roger, I expect you read me all right now.
Oh yes, definitely.
Right, I'm going over to the modern handheld. You didn't copy me on that from the petrol station.
If it had a Roger bleep in it, I might have heard the bleep.
Oh right, well, I don't know if it has or it hasn't, so you'll be able to tell me. Now that's interesting. So we'll put this back on again. You know, it might have a Roger bleep on it. Let's just see. Yes, it does have a Roger bleep. Do you copy me on it now?
Yeah, it's nice and clear now. Yes, I definitely heard the bleep at the end of the transmission, but no, apart from that, nothing was legible.
So is the realistic a better signal than this, over?
The realistic was like this now, up there. You just weren't hearing me very well, but yeah, the realistic was a lot better.
Right, all I'm trying to get across is that's obviously on a 1.5 metre telescopic. This is on a carefully computed rubber duck, but these modern sets are not the range because of the aerials, over.
Yeah, it's definitely the case on that one, yeah.
So while I've got you on the radio, I've got another one here, the K-po, so I'll just put that one onto frequency. So this is the K-po version of the same thing. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie. Oh, turn the other one off.
Yeah, roger that. Loud and clear, about the same as the other one.
That's fine, again, it's the same kind of set. Right, okay, return to base, thank you.
Yep, roger that. 10-10.
Right, so that's ascertained that putting the aerogrommet back, mounting the aero properly, it's working properly, and he's receiving me at both those points better on the realistic than on the latest model sets, simply because of the 1.5 metre long telescopic aero. But just needed to prove that everything was working right, because there could have been an open circuit loading coil or something like that. So there we are. I've carefully put that aero back down, and there we are. So I'm going to go over to our base station and plug it back into the roof aerial, so we're always doing things the same, and we'll just go and see what that sounds like on our Harrier CB HQ. Target 21, testing the realistic TRC1001 back on its roof aerial and into our Harrier CB HQ base station on the internal microphone provided. Tango 21, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and thanks for watching.